Welcome back to the homestead. Sorry, I've been missing you guys, but I've had a bad couple weeks, man. It's been pretty rough. I'm gonna catch you guys up to speed, kind of what's going on, tell you why I'm having some troubles. Actually, this one's gonna be pretty tough for me to get through. All right, real quick, if you guys are new around here, my wife and I, we live in a log cabin. That one right there that we built ourselves with no experience, right? We left the city 13 years ago. We were kind of like a lot of you guys. We were fed up of being sick from our food, you know, overworked, underpaid, you know, everything about the city life was really getting on our nerves, right? The high taxes, the crowded spaces, everything we're complaining about, or that you're complaining about, because we already made the decision and left 13 years ago. So we got up here and we decided to grow most of our own food, like 90% we're up to now. We live 100% off rainwater, and we have no public utilities, and we basically checked out of the rat race, you know, all that normal stuff. And we came up here to live self-sufficient, independent, beautiful lives. And I'm just telling you guys, it's been working out fantastic. Now, one of the, you know, things that we do for food is we raise the sheep, right? We don't raise the goats. We don't do the milk cow, you know, nothing that takes a lot of extra work, right? Sheep are easy keepers. They don't challenge the fence and all that stuff, right? I'm just catching you guys up to speed. So we've had a nice flock for 12 years. The first year or so we got out here, I got the ewes, and then we had a ram, and then that ram didn't work out so good, so we got rid of him, and then we got Rambo as a little baby. And so he's been here, like, this is like his 10th, 11th year, and that's about the lifespan of it all. So here, we'll go over here now. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna tell you guys this story, because I'm gonna become a mess real quick. A little story time today. Put you guys up on the fence post there. Sun's coming up over here on my left. There's a lot of, see all the moisture in the air, a lot of dew out here this morning. It's very beautiful. Another reason why we left the city. We didn't get all this beauty out there, and we wanted to get connected to the earth, man. We wanted to get back to the dirt. We've been healthier and happier. Our food tastes so good, right? We're vibrant, we're alive, our brains are clear. We don't take any big pharma, but enough of that. So we just had the Homesteading Live Conference. Thank you to all the 500 people that made the journey to Hannibal, Missouri. Just a fantastic event. We have great speakers, hands-on demonstrations. Stacy and I are super accessible. You guys could ask us all kinds of questions, and we just had such a fantastic time. The room was full of brand new people. It's our 5th year. Coming up, 2023 will be our 6th year. We sell out every single year. So if you guys are interested in maybe you know, coming to that event next year, put it on your calendar and get your tickets if you want to, because they sell out every single year. So we had a great time at the Homesteading Live Conference. There's a riverboat cruise, and that sells out every year too. It's on Sunday night, and we go up and down the Mississippi on one of those old paddle boat type cruise boats, and they have a live band, and we have catered food, and man, what a nice time. So that's a separate ticket. You have to get that separate. So we had that event. It was fantastic, man. People were, you know, we're hugging, and we're, you know, everyone's crying. We learned so much stuff. Good 2 days, cram-packed. And, you know, we all dispersed and we came home. So I was super tired after that event. And then I'm behind on the orders. If you guys made an order at our off-grid store for a cookbook, a fermenting book, a chocolate tea, I'm sorry I have to do all this, but I have to get this out of the way real quick. If you ordered any of our stuff, I'm behind on orders. We had people that bought fermenting books a whole year ago, and the books finally came in. So in my mind, I was like, man, these folks have been waiting for a whole year to get their fermenting book. So I just started focusing in on all those folks, right? And what happened, this is part of my bad 2 weeks as well, because it started making me feel bad, right? And I don't like that. We do this stuff for you guys, man. We're not Amazon, and we don't have people working for us. Doug is filling all the orders, sending them out, packaging them up. We do have some Amish families that help us with packaging, right? They help us bag the tea, and they help us put the books in the sleeves. And so that was pretty good. So I got off of the conference. You know, I started trying to get the fermenting books out, and then you guys started sending me these rough emails about how you waited for 2 days or a week and haven't got any notifications, 2 weeks and haven't got any notifications. How dare us, and we're such a fraud, and you know, tell us what's going on right now and all this stuff. Man, so it started like weighing on my heart, right? Because I take this stuff pretty serious. I don't want you guys being mad at us. So then I started feeling bad about that, and then this stuff started happening, right? So Rambo's right at his age. I've never had this experience before, so I wasn't sure how this would go. But he was doing fine, right? So we had the conference, and before that he was fine. Everything's fine. So we come back from the conference, and he's okay. He just seemed a little lethargic. It got pretty hot during the conference, I'll tell you that much. That was the hottest year I think we've had at the conference. And we have inside air conditioning, but we also have outside tents. So it got kind of hot that weekend, and so, you know, we came back from the conference, you know, start paying more attention to the homestead. It was a 2-day event, and I'm noticing like Rambo's real kind of lethargic, and he's not really hanging out with the girls. As you saw, the girls came running over, and all right, so now I'm like, what's going on with him, right? So, you know, we'll take his temperature. Now, if you guys have sheep, if you have, I'm going to do a class about this at the Homesteading Life Conference, Homesteaders of America Conference later this year. But if you have sheep, you know, if they're running a temperature, if it's about 102, 103, you know, right around in there, it's bacterial, right? So it's a little bit different. But if it gets up to about 104, 105, you know, they call that a viral infection, right? And so a lot of times what happens, just like with you folks, right? Just like with old people, he's not moving around as much. And so he's started to develop some fluid on his lungs, and he's starting to get sick, right? And so I kind of know what's going on, but I wanted to call the vet. We have a vet that is a holistic vet, and he comes to our conference and speaks every year. He's a real nice fellow. So we called him up, and he came out, and we went through the thing. He did the temperature and everything, and he's just like, man, this is just like the end of the trail. Oh man, this is really gonna bug me up now. All right, so it's like the end of the trail, okay? It's like this is the end of his life, and it's just like with people that he's not being able to move. He's going to get the fluid on the lungs, you know, and it's just going to be bad for him. So I've been kind of baby caking him for a while, but now we're, you know, getting to this point here where it's just not working out too good. So I've been spending some time with him, and today might be it. Really. He's a good boy. He's just having a hard time breathing. See, he's labored. It's just not cool. So, I know, but come on, stay with me. So, you know, it's been pretty tough, right? So, I've been dealing with that. I've been trying to get your orders caught up. Hold on. Anyway. Yeah, it just came on so quick. Whatever. I mean, a lot of people think, I'm just going to address this real quick. Alright. It's tough stuff, man. Alright, so a lot of people think, like, you know, that you eat meat and you just have no respect for the animals or anything like that, right? And that can't be farther from the truth, right? It's tough stuff, man. Me and Rambo, sorry about that. You develop relationships, you know, with the animals, and some of them not so much, because they're, you know, they're in and out. But with your breeding pairs, you know, some of the ones you keep around, you know, you develop a relationship. And this is what we're missing when you live in the city. Hold on. I know, right? Sometimes I can't get through this stuff, man. It just gets too emotional. But I have relationships, you know, with all my animals. And I just, you know, that's one thing, you know, I'm going to talk about maybe coming up as Christians, right? I'm going to say something real quick here about, you know, Christians and the Bible and stuff, right? They kind of get it in your head, you know, the teachers of Christianity, that, man, they were just slaughtering animals all over the place. That, you know, people were just, you know, sinning all over the place. So they had to have been slaughtering animals like crazy, right? And that's not the case, man. Okay? When you had to, first of all, when you have to give up one of these because you created a sin, that's a big deal, man. No one would take that lightly. That's another reason why it was tied together. You know what I mean? Like, this is my sustenance, y'all. Right? So people in scripture times weren't taking scripture lightly. Right? And they weren't just running around sacrificing all their animals for sinning. Right? It was like a, you know, a low occurrence. It was a big deal. Right? I mean, that you're talking about this man's whole livelihood. So that was another mindset, right? To where he would work his hardest, you know, to keep those commandments. It's a big deal, right? You don't want to lose your good stuff. And when you sacrifice stuff, you don't just bring your junky old stuff, right? You bring your best stuff. So just, you know, I'm going to talk some more about, you know, some Christian-y stuff, right? Because in my opinion, I feel like the Christians have let down the country big time. And if you guys want me to expound on that, I will do a video about that coming up, right? But that's my opinion. And when I start laying it all out, man, you might have that same opinion too, right? So that's why it's been a terrible 2 weeks, right? I was really trying my bestest, earnestest, most dedicated way, man. I was staying up till late. I didn't do videos for 2 weeks, you know, trying to get your orders out. And then I'm getting these comments from folks. Most of you guys are super cool and totally understand, right? So don't take it the wrong way. But some of you guys are so into this commercialism and so much into this consumerism, you know, and you're so trained in with the Amazon stuff now. Like, you think everything's got to show up at your door in 4 to 5 days and 2 days. I mean, you know, I get it. Like, you know, there's a point in time where a couple weeks goes by and you haven't heard anything, you get wondering and stuff. But hopefully you guys are on our channel and you know that we're the salt of the earth, right? I try to look out for you down in the comments section so you don't get ripped off down there. Can't even talk now. So that started bugging me, right? It's almost like ungratefulness or something. And then with this Rambo thing, so my emotions have been all jacked up. Because I'm only human too, imagine that. And so I couldn't do any videos, you know. For 2 weeks I've been battling with this stuff in my head and trying to stay on top of your orders. I got it all caught up. I actually brought the Amish families in that help us with our packaging and stuff. And we stayed up till 10 o'clock the other night. Everybody filling orders, and they're coming back tonight, and we're going to fill more orders, right? So if you ordered anything from us, you should be looking for it in your mailbox by the end of the week, right? And y'all, if you buy anything from us, just be patient. Man, I do a pretty good job. But we got 100,000 new subscribers, and everybody was on the website, and I just got behind is all. And then we got the conference, and then, you know, my Rambo. So that's all I got for you today. I caught you up. I'm going to get back on these regular videos. So look for me pretty much on the daily. Go deal with this thing here, man. This is bad news for me. That's one of the things you guys got to think about, you know, if you're going to start this homesteading life, right? You know, there's good and there's bad, right? It's not all unicorns and rainbows. Me and Rambo have been going at it for 11 years. And now this chapter ends. And I'm not sure what the next one looks like, so. But I'll get back on these videos. I got a lot of stuff to talk about, right? What's going on with our country, man? What's going on with our parents? Where are the parents at? I want to talk about parents too, parenting. You guys want to get me on these social issues, I'm going to bring it full force. Holy cow, man. Parents are failing their kids, and that's failing our country. The Christians are failing our country, right? I'm going to talk about all this stuff if you want to hear it. Your security is at risk, right? Things are getting bad. Your security is at risk. I don't even know if you guys know. Oh my gosh, man. I can't solve all the world's problems, but we appreciate you stopping by our channel. Say a prayer for me, guys. It's going to be a rough afternoon, you know. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Normally what we teach you around here is how to live off the system, right? Not off the system, like send me my check, but how to live away from it, right? How to be self-sufficient. A lot of you guys don't even know how to cook from scratch or where food comes from, or if the store closed, you'd be messed up. You wouldn't even know what to eat or how to eat. Don't you think that's a problem? Didn't you get anything out of the last 2 years? Don't you think that's a problem? You guys better start taking your stand, right? Quit. You know, the police are not here to save you, right? The police are here to do paperwork. You're responsible for yourself, y'all. All right, that's all I got for you. We'll see you on the next video. Say a prayer for me, will you? Sorry about this one. This was kind of rough, but I just want to keep you guys abreast of what's going on. We really appreciate you guys, okay? We really do, right? And we really want to help you. That's like our main thing, is we really want to help you. Okay, because we see it. We did it. 13 years ago, we left. Everything you're thinking about doing, we did it 13 years ago. And we know the benefit. That's why we preach it from the mountaintops, right? We are all in, okay? So, that's all I got for you.